There were 2,036 new books recently purchased by a school. The books will be divided equally between 3 classrooms. How many books will each classroom receive? Let's begin by underlining the question. How many books will each classroom receive? And we're going to highlight the important information. There are 2,036 new books. The books will be divided equally between 3 classrooms. Go ahead and write your equation on the first line to show this problem. Pause the video while you do that. So there are 2,036 new books divided equally between 3 classrooms, which equals how many books each classroom will receive. So here we're going to put the variable B for how many books, but you could put any variable that you want. Remember, at any point, if you need to write something down, pause the video. Alrighty, so we have 2,036 new books divided into 3 classrooms. And remember to draw your line down so that you can have the number in each classroom on the right side and be taking away groups of 3 on the left side. I also want you to remember, make sure that you have all of your numbers lined up. We have the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, and the thousands place. Okie dokie. We are looking at the largest place, which is the thousands place. If we have 2,000, can we evenly divide it into 3 groups? No, we don't have enough to put 1,000 in each group. So instead, we're going to make this 1,000 and regroup it into hundreds. 1,000 is 10 hundreds, so 2,000 is 20 hundreds. Awesome. Now we're looking at 20 hundreds. Okay, so leave a little bit of space right here, and then we're going to make our T-chart of skip counting by 3s. Even though I have not written the 3s here, you need to do that now. Pause the video so that you can count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, and continue. So we're going to ask ourselves, okay, we have 20 hundreds. Where or what number is close to 20 without going over it? Yeah, 18. So we know if we use 18 hundreds, then we can take that away from 20 hundreds. So 18 divided by 3 is what? 18 divided by 3 is 6. That's why we have them right next to each other. So 6 is part of our answer. We say, oh, 6. We're talking about 1800s, so we will write what in the tens and the ones place? We will write zeros in the tens place because we're talking about 1800s. So make sure that you put zeros in the tens and the ones place. Because we have 1800 here, let me write this out for you. 1800 divided by 3 equals what? Well, 18 divided by 3 is 6. So we would need a 0 in the tens and a 0 in the ones. So we actually have 600 groups of 3. So make sure you have 600 here and 1,800 or 1,800 here. Now we will subtract to figure out, okay, if we used 1,800, how many are left? Start subtracting in the ones place. 6 minus nothing, 6. 3 minus nothing, 3. And then here, we could regroup, but it's just easier for me to look at 20 minus 18. What is 20 minus 18? 20 minus 18 is 2. So we have 6, 3 tens, and 2 hundreds. Awesome. So we've already regrouped the thousands into hundreds. Now we have 200s. This is less 200s. We cannot divide evenly between our divisor because 2 is smaller than 3. So we're going to regroup these 200s into tens. So now we have 23 tens. We can now divide 23 divided by 10. Where is 23 in our list of multiples of 3? Yeah, it's in between 21 and 24. We cannot go over 23, so we have to choose 21. Because if we are dividing 23 into 3 groups, there will be how many in each group? 21 divided by 3 is 7 in each group. So, if there are 7 in each group, 7 groups of 3 is 21, which is how we get 21 here. So we can check our work. 7 times 3, 21. We used 21 tens when we had 23 tens to divide into 3 groups because we're dividing the books. So if this is 21 tens, the value of 21 tens is 210. If we have 210 divided by 3, 21 divided by 3 is 7. So then we say, oh, we still need our 0 in the ones place. So 70 times 3 is 21. 7 times 3 is 21, and 70 times 3 is 210. So we do need our 0 in the ones place. Let's subtract. When we subtract, we find out, how much is left that we still need to divide. So we have 6 minus nothing is 6. 3 minus 1. 3 tens minus 1 10 is 2 tens. And 200s minus 200s, easy, nothing. So now we have 26. Can we divide 26 into 3 groups? Where's 26 on our groups of 3? Yeah, it's in between 24 and 27. We can't go over 26. So we say, we must have to use 24. Because if we divide 24 divided by 3, that is 8. So let's use 24 of the books, divide them by 3, and that gives us 8 books in each group. Last but not least, you could check your work. 8 times 3 equals 24. That's correct. Now we're going to subtract 24 from 26. That gives us how much? 2. So if we have 2, can we divide it into 3 groups? Not evenly without getting a fraction. So this is going to be our remainder. We have 2 left over. Now you need to write your answer up here. Figure out how many books are going to be received by each classroom. Awesome. Now we're going to check our work. So we're going to use the quotient, the answer that we got, and we are going to multiply the quotient times our divisor, what we divided by in our division problem. We're going to multiply our answer by that to see if we did our work correctly. And this should give you the dividend, the number that we started with. So our goal is that you get the number that we started with. Go ahead, and because this quotient is a 3-digit number, you're going to draw an area model that has 3 places. The ones, the tens, and the hundreds. And then you're going to multiply that all by 3, which is the divisor. When you find each of the parts of the area model, you will add them up. And you will see, oh, is that my dividend, the number that I started with? If it's not, we need to add the remainder. All right, if you still don't get the correct answer, then use our strategies that we practiced, where you will check, okay, is this number correct? Can I find this amount over here in my division problem? If not, there may be an error in your division or multiplication. If your answer, when you add it all up, the hundreds is incorrect, then go back and check your math in the hundreds. 23 hundreds divided by 3, and see if that's where your error is. All right, great job. Make sure that you finish checking your work before you move on.